Only old women that work at JCPenney.
Hello.
Hi there, ma'am. This is Ron Blackman calling from the corporate office at Lids. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Reason for the call is I was passed your file by my social media team. I understand you reached out to us with a complaint.
Yes, I did.
What happened?
So my son was at the store in Stonebriar Mall yesterday purchasing a hat for his brother, which his birthday is today. So he got it customized. He paid for it. He left to walk the mall while you guys were bordering it. He came back, and the sales associate told him that he would need to pay again because the transaction was voided. However, since he used his debit card, he pulled up his account, and he noticed that the transaction was pending. So the transaction was for about $48.70. He only had $50 in his account. So he couldn't have them charge it again because that would have resulted in the bank declining the charge. They told him that because there was no receipt and it looked like it had been voided on their end, they couldn't give him the hat. Fast forward to today. My son called the bank, Chase is where we bank, and Chase said that the transaction is still pending. So it looks like it's going to come out. So, again, we have no hat, and we are out of $48 as of now because it's still being held from my son's account. And the manager, I think he was a manager that I talked to on the phone, didn't offer any help other than this happens to other customers before, and this is just what it is. So to me, it seems like it's a point of sale situation. Like, I don't know if you're POS, but I don't really care that it's happened to other customers. It shouldn't, right? But the issue is, what do we do now? Because he's not trying to get a free hat. It looks like we paid for it. And he's saying because there was no receipt printed, he has no proof that there was a transaction that went through, which, again, it makes no sense. But I did talk to the person while my son was in the store because he called me from a cell phone and he was just frantic, and it just didn't make sense to me.
Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry you've had this experience. What time was your son in there yesterday?
So you guys close at 5 on Sunday, so he might have called me at about 4:15. I know he was still in the store at about 5:10 because we were still trying to figure out the situation. And I just told him he just needed to leave, and we just have to call the bank in the morning, which we did.
Okay, and did he get a name of the manager that he spoke to? Because there are several managers at that location.
Noah, do you know the manager's name that you spoke to at Lids? Can you describe him?
He had a beard. He was white.
Was he a black guy? Okay, he's Hispanic. He has a beard.
Okay.
He's a lighter complexion.
He's the assistant manager. I think that's Jose.
Okay.
Jose, the assistant manager.
Okay.
I'm going to call up Mr. Scoby, who is actually the general manager of the store, and he was working there yesterday. And I'm going to find out, see if we can get to the bottom of this and see if there's anything we can do to kind of rectify the situation. Does that sound okay?
That would be great. And I appreciate you calling me because I tried calling your corporate office today, and it's hard to get an actual number for you guys. So I wasn't able to get through, and I tried to call the store a few times, and it was busy.
Oh,
so
gosh, I'm sorry
the
you've
store
had
just
that.
rings busy.
And just just in case they ask, can I confirm your son's name?
Sure. His name is Noah Mangum.
I'm sorry.
Again, we use
Nella
Chase
Manga?
debit card.
Nella Manga?
Yes, so it's spelled M-A-N as in Nancy, G-H-A-M as in Mary.
Okay. I'm just going to give...
What kind of hat was it?
LA Dodgers.
It's an LA Dodgers all-black hat.
And I understand it was customized, is that right?
Yes, you customized it right now. You hadn't yet. Okay, so were you planning on, because you said you had to leave, because were you waiting for the transaction to go through that way? Okay, so he didn't customize it, but they told him that if it should settle in a couple hours. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me, but he left the store because he was trying to wait for the transaction to stop pending, and then he came back. I mean, that makes no sense to me, but that's what he was told to do. Because as you and I both know, when a transaction goes through the bank, it's just going to be pending until the bank closes. It's not going to settle in a couple of hours.
Gosh, okay. Let me call the store manager directly, and let's have a conversation with them and see what we can get resolved for you. Does that sound okay?
That would be perfect. It would be
Great.
great if we can get a hat for his little brother this week. Would be great.
I would think we can get that arranged for you, no problem. Let me give them a call now, okay?
Okay, thanks so much.
Just
Okay.
stay on the line with me. Stay on the line with
you're
me.
saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
stay on the line. I'm not sure if... yeah, you should be able to hear it. It should three-way him in. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Lids, this is Scoby. How may I help?
Oh, hi there, Scoby. It's Ron calling from the corporate office. I believe we've spoken before.
Yeah, Ron, how's it going?
Great, thanks. Reason for the call is in relation to a customer that was in there yesterday, probably last thing before 5 o'clock. I believe there was some kind of issue with a card transaction. Name of Mangum. Is that right, ma'am? Mangaman?
Yes, Noah is the first name, and I have him on speaker. He's here too.
Noah Mangaman. Strange. Yeah, do you recall him being in there yesterday, Mr. Scoby? What happened exactly?
Yeah, the Dodger Black fitted, if I recall. There was an altercation with the gentleman and a couple of our associates here. Very inebriated, to say the least. Very strong marijuana scent. Out of control. Out of control. Quite frankly, I don't want him in this.
First of all, my son doesn't smoke marijuana, so I don't understand what we're talking about.
No, ma'am. Were you present during this time? May I ask that? Were you in the store? Because I was.
I really talked. First of all, I didn't have an altercation with this dude. The lady at the front, whoever she is, we were talking like two human beings. You know, I said, okay, I'm gonna wait for the hat. I'm gonna wait for it to go through because she said, gentlemen, this happened before with the system. So I waited for an hour. I was there with other people, with two other girls, and I went shopping with them. I came back. I said to the lady, I was like, okay, it's not going through. So what do we need to do so I can get the hat and leave? And then I went to go talk to the gentleman. I let him talk to my mother. I barely talked to you, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have, Mr. Scoby, do you have a female employee there? Did you get this lady's name there, sir? Sir?
I don't think. Noah, did you get her name?
No.
So
Okay. How many female employees do you have, Mr. Scoby? Let's get her side of this.
There are a couple here. There are a couple females here.
Do you have one working there today?
Yes, I do.
Could you call her into your office maybe and let's ask if she remembers this? Because obviously I need to, here at corporate, I need to get all sides of the story, and this is sounding very fishy. Could you call her into your office?
That would not be an issue. One moment, please.
Thank you.
Kathy, could you come over here, please? I need you to speak with this gentleman. I need you to speak with him.
Hello?
Hi there, Kathy. It's Ron Blackman at the corporate office. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Do you recall an incident yesterday around about closing time? Were you working yesterday?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Do you recall an incident around closing time with a gentleman called Noah? Problem with a purchase of a hat, a transaction going through?
Yeah, oh my gosh. So what had happened? Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, what happened?
So comes in looking for a hat, fine, no problem. I noticed a smell of marijuana, which is fine. You do what you want to do. But the thing is that he started swearing at me using racial slurs such as the N-word. He was just out of control. And I'm small. I don't want to deal with that.
So he called you the N-word?
Yeah, he also called me his bottom bitch. I remember that, and
wow.
That is just unacceptable.
Can we get some security to see? Because obviously, if I said this, I'll be, distraught in a video camera on the videos in the store.
Sir, calm down, sir.
Let's
sir,
the video camera
sir,
so we can see
sir.
who's saying that.
You need to calm down right now, sir. We're doing our best to help you, but you will not yell at our employees like that.
Yeah, see what I mean? He goes off in 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This makes me really upset. I've been working here for a year, and I've never dealt with this.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that, Kathy. You go and, I guess, have a sit down. Mr. Scoby, are you there?
I'm here.
So was anything else said during this altercation? What happened in the end?
Well, yes, there were several things said. I think right now at this point, I think the most important thing is he's not allowed at that store. No longer.
Yeah. I mean, the safety of the employees is our number one priority. And
can I speak for 1 second?
Yes, go ahead.
Do.
I think I may need to speak to your mother as well, though, sir.
This is so out of character. My son has gotten a scholarship for his character to go to college from a school. No one I've ever spoke to that is an adult at the school on his team has ever said anything about what you guys are describing. So again, this is not a true depiction of how he conducts himself. His assistant
so
principal
him repeatedly referring to her, ma'am.
This is not how I've raised him.
Your son repeatedly calling my employee a nigger lover. Does he get that from you?
Can I finish talking, please? Or are you going to talk over me? Because that's not.
I'm going to talk over you because you don't know how to raise a fucking son.
Okay, excuse me. Is this how we're talking to customers?
Oh, that is a bit.
I have not once used a curse word with either of you. This is unacceptable.
Gosh, ma'am, I'm sorry.
You're not listening, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am.
We are trying to understand why $48 is still pending from his bank account. We walked out with a hat, and you're saying that he's not. What is going on right now? And why? First of all,
you're not listening. You are not listening, ma'am.
He hasn't even used this language. Again, this is very not characteristic of how he behaves at all.
That $48 now belongs to us. Not one red penny will be sent back. Do you understand me? Do you understand what I just said, you stupid bitch? Stop talking. Stop talking for 1 second. Open up your fucking whore ears and listen to me.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Ma'am. Oh, God.
Oh, wow. I cannot believe that this is how I'm being spoken to.
Ooh.
Unbelievable.
Oh, boy.
What is that noise your son's making, ma'am? He's kind of whooping and hollering there. Is he okay?
He just says...
She just disrespected my mother. Like, you think I'm just going to be fine with that?
I'm
you
really
bring your ass back to the store, you find out what happened, son. You hear me? I'll take my goddamn belt off and discipline you.
You have big pants, dude. You're threatening an 8-year-old. I'm still in high school. Like, you're weird. You're really weird.
So you were doing the threatening there. I think everybody needs to calm down and take a step back here. My goodness.
First of all, he wasn't threatening anything. What is he going to threaten? Like he said,
ma'am, I'll be honest with you. During the course of this call, I've heard your son make several angry, violent outbursts, and I have 2 employees here who are corroborating the story that he was being highly inappropriate.
How is it that you're corroborating when your manager starts using curse words? I've been a retail store manager. I would have never used curse words or spoken to someone like that.
Man, with all due respect, you have not listened to one thing I have said.
To use 4-letter words when you're having
keep
a
talking,
conversation.
Ma'am. You keep talking. You're not listening.
And
you're not listening to me at all.
And he said something about
Jesus
a whore.
Christ.
I mean, is this how you talk to your customers?
Ma'am,
can I talk?
Go ahead, Mr. Scoby. Go ahead, Mr. Scoby. You just try and talk over her.
I don't really want to talk with you because I don't think it's been productive thus far. Before we called you in, the two of us had a very amicable conversation.
We absolutely did, ma'am. But then, obviously, I've heard the outbursts from your son now, the threatening behavior, and I have 2 employees.
First of all, in the background, he's not. Sir, he just was saying, ooh, ooh, those types
Yeah,
of
why was he
noises.
making those animal noises, those bird noises? He was like, ooh,
exactly,
ooh,
they're
like
animal
owl.
noises.
Yeah, he was making
Not
owl-like noises. I mean, that is weird. I mean, he was calling my manager weird, but...
We're at a restaurant, and this guy is cursing and calling me a whore. He's talking to his mother. Of course that's going to make him upset. You're also accused
But, ma'am, I mean, to be fair, you were not... You were being kind of whorish, though, ma'am. You were not listening to Mr. Scoby when he was trying to explain things to you. And I think, you need to give him the respect of letting him speak, especially as a man and a manager. God, is that one of your other kids screaming in the background?
So that confuses me when you said as a man. So that means that
men are human too, ma'am.
Me as a female, like that's weird, right?
Well, yeah, ma'am. Scoby is a man, and as a woman, you should respect him and let him speak. Obviously, Do you not read the Bible?
Obviously, he needs to respect and let me speak as well.
Clearly,
right?
clearly, you haven't
We're
read
both-
your Bible, ma'am. Now, Mr. Scoby, are you still there?
Clearly, no father in the home. I mean, that's apparent at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, Mr. Scoby is the store manager. Ultimately, the decision about what to do is his now. Mr. Scoby, I understand you have the $48 right now. What's happening with that?
That is correct. I'm looking at the $48 as of now. You know, at a point, maybe there was something that we could have worked out. But at this point, this young lady online, she's not listening. The son, maybe if we get an apology, perhaps we can go ahead and see about a refund. But he needs to apologize to my associate.
I think that would be appropriate. Ma'am, can you get your son back on the phone to apologize? Ma'am? You may speak. You may speak
we
now.
have walked out of the store with no merchandise, we will just dispute the charge with our bank.
That's fine, ma'am. The money has already gone through. The money has already been received. So it's.
If the money was received, then he should have received the hat. I don't understand why he would not have received the hat.
Ma'am, I mean, if you're not willing to do the right thing and be a good parent and have your son apologize for his behavior, then I don't think there's anything we can do here.
I mean, I understand.
Oh, she didn't like that.